Hello, Mickey Dolenz. Lovely to chat with you again. I know you've been on tour for some time through the States, and unfortunately you've had to postpone some of the tour because of Peter's demise. It's got to be a bit bittersweet these days, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, in the case of Peter, it was not a surprise. It was quite a while coming. He had been ill for some time, and we all knew, and so that was not a huge surprise. When David passed, that was a very big surprise. That came right out of the blue. Well, like we did with David, Mike and I, we pay a little homage and a little bit of a tribute to Peter in the current show that we're doing now.
How did you get Mike to come out on tour again? I thought for so many years he'd put his foot down.
In the 80s, when we had the first big reunion, he was running a huge company, a big production company called Pacific Arts. And he, frankly, couldn't just leave this big company with all these employees. Even then, he joined us for a few shows here and there. And then in the 90s, we had a very extensive tour with all four of us.
At 74 and 76 respectively, it's got to be becoming more difficult to put in all that energy into a 2-hour show. Is it taking more and more out of you?
Well, no, the shows never take anything out of me. The show is the easy part, that they pay us to travel. We sing for free. I can tell you, as far as I'm concerned, that is not far from the truth. The traveling, especially as you get a bit older, when you're 20 years old, you can beat yourself up pretty much. And but you get a little older, and constantly being on planes and cars and hotels and checking in and out. For me, and having to sleep on a bus, even though they're pretty fancy buses, or losing a night's sleep, or having to do a red eye, to me, the traveling is the tough part. That's the thing that beats me up. Basically, we have a night job. We have a night shift. So it totally messes up with your circadian rhythm. It messes up with your body clock. So I go to work at 8. There's no way I can get to sleep before 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I sleep, if I can, until 11 or 12, until checkout time at a hotel, say, and then go to work the next night at 8 o'clock. You get a bit older, that does beat you up pretty much.
But you still obviously love what you do.
I like some of the Carole King, Jerry Goffin tunes a lot. I like Pleasant Valley Sunday. And, Clarksville, Stepping Stone, a whole lot of them.
Mickey, the audiences that you're getting, I mean, I hear that almost every show is sold out wherever you play. And the audience ranges in age from 5 years up to 80 years old, people that have grown up with your music, and their children and grandchildren in some cases. So I'd imagine that what gets you off a lot of the time is, in fact, that audience reaction, seeing how much people are reliving their youth. I've heard people say they close their eyes and they feel 50 years younger.
Yeah, that is very typical. And as you say, it's very typical to get 3 generations. And I make it a point to make sure that those songs are done in exactly the way that they remember them.
Thank you so much for your time on the phone today. It's been a real pleasure catching up with you.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you there.